Top 10 Strongest Version of Batman. First at number 10 is Batman of Zur-En-Arth. First appearance, Batman number 113. Zur-En-Arth Batman was originally an alien form of the Dark Knight from Planet X. Over the years, the character has been reshaped and rewritten to fit the modern narrative. Zur-En-Arth Batman is a much more violent version of Bruce Wayne. One could say he is lacking a conscience and doing whatever it takes to get the job done. Next at number 9 is Gods and Monsters Batman. First appearance, Gods and Monsters Chronicles Episode 1. In a dark and twisted alternate world, the Justice League is made up of very different heroes. Having been infected and transformed into a nocturnal half-man half-bat hybrid after trying to cure his own cancer, Langstrom became a decrepit creature who needed blood to survive. Gifted with super strength, flight, and regeneration, he is a much more powerful version of Batman. At number 8 is Darkclaw. First appearance, Marvel vs. DC number 3. In the 90s, the DC and Marvel universes merged, creating the Amalgam Universe. This version of Batman went through the same childhood trauma as every other variant. However, later on, his skeleton gets infused with adamantium through the Weapon X program. Combining the power of an unbreakable skeleton, razor-sharp claws, and multiple combat skills, this mutant became a beast. At number 7 is the Devastator. First appearance, Dark Days, the casting number 1. In this twisted dark multiverse, Superman is no longer the savior of Earth. Superman is evil and kills Lois Lane. In a desperate attempt to match the Kryptonian's strength, Batman injects himself with the Doomsday virus, giving birth to the Devastator. Combining the strength of Doomsday with the intellectual prowess of Bruce Wayne, this becomes Batman's only chance of going against Superman. At number 6 is the Batman Who Laughs. First appearance, Dark Days, the casting number 1. Another part of the dark multiverse, the Batman Who Laughs originates from Earth 22. In it, Bruce lets go of his infamous killing code and murders the Joker. However, in doing so, he initiates the clown's twisted plan. This character has no empathy and is not bound by rules. Combining the twisted brain of the Joker with Batman's plethora of skills, he turns into one of the most terrifying versions of Batman. At number 5 is Dawnbreaker. First appearance, Dark Days, the casting number 1. Dawnbreaker originates from Earth 32, where Bruce discovers the ring at an early age. That said, when this intellect is combined with the power of the Green Lantern ring, Bruce Wayne becomes simply unstoppable. Using the ring, Dawnbreaker can create horrifying constructs out of thin air. That, combined with his ability to instill fear into his enemies, makes this variant terrifying. At number 4 is Red Death. First appearance, Dark Days, the casting number 1. Hailing from Earth 52, this version of Batman went through a massive loss in the face of his infamous sidekick, Robin. Broken down under the realization that he wasn't fast enough to stop the crime, Bruce fused himself with the Flash and created Red Death. Combining the skill set of Batman with the Speed Force, Red Death became the fastest man and greatest detective on the planet. At number 3 is Omega. First appearance, Batman, Last Night on Earth number 1. In a post-apocalyptic future where humanity chooses to side with evil, Batman turns into Omega. Losing his faith in humanity, Omega becomes a tyrant who believes the only way to save humans is to dominate them. In this world, Batman is a conqueror and anyone who dares to go against him gets disintegrated. The second strongest version is Batmanhattan. First appearance, Dark Knight's Death Metal number 1. Also known as the final Bruce Wayne, this character is created when Batman Who Laughs plays another one of his twisted jokes. Trapping Bruce inside an experiment of recreating godlike energy, this weird energy incarnate is Burrow. Acquiring all the powers of the mighty Dr. Manhattan, the final Bruce Wayne becomes one of the strongest beings in all of DC. And the strongest version is God of Knowledge. First appearance, Justice League number 42. Talking about fictional gods, it's easier to battle them when the match is equal. So, in the hunt to equalize the power of his enemies, Batman ends up becoming the God of Knowledge. During the Darkseid War, humanity is posed by the threat of the Anti-Monitor, one of the highest beings in all of DC. To counter that, Batman sits down on the Mobius chair and becomes one with the knowledge of the entire universe. There you have it guys, thank you for watching. I hope you liked my video. Please hit like, write a comment or share my video, and please don't forget to subscribe for more videos.